Boots, created by
Shakara Cunningham,
Afrin Garcia,
Joshua Pamitan,
and Jackie Rodriguez. Boots and Her Buddies, written by Edgar Martin. Boots and Her Buddies debuted in 1924 under the title Girls. On February 18, 1924, the comic debuted under the title Boots and Her Buddies and continued on until 1969.
Martin drew inspiration for Boots' world from his hometown of Monmouth, Illinois.
The comic quickly gained a lot of attention and earned the label the sweetheart of comics. Born in 1971, Raymond Lawrence Boots Riley began his career at age 20 in 1991.
Better known by his stage name, Boots Riley, he made himself known only by his music, which was laden with political statements, but also as a community activist. As a lead vocalist of the Coop and Street Sweeper Social Club, he produced 10 albums, his most successful being Still This Album in 1998, which Rolling Stone called a masterpiece.
He worked with artists such as Tupac Shakur, E40, and Talib Kweli, and is still actively creating and producing music today. Puss in Boots, named as such for always wearing his knee-high boots, is a talking cat played by Antonio Banderas. He has appeared repeatedly in the Shrek franchise and recently in his own self-titled movie.
Don Clark, a New Zealand rugby union player, was best known for his phenomenal goal-kicking ability that earned him the nickname The Boot. In his entire all-black career, Clark scored 781 points, a record that stood for 24 years until it was broken by Grant Fox in 1988. A highlight of his career was to play for the Eastwood Rugby Club in Sydney, Australia. One of the best days of my life, Clark commented after the match. He was diagnosed with melanoma in March of 2001, from which he died in December of 2002.
Boots Mallory. Patricia Boots Mallory was born in New Orleans, Louisiana, and grew up in Mobile, Alabama. While working at the Lyric Theater as an usherette, she was offered a spot in the Ziegfeld Follies show. She then moved to New York City, where she starred in the Broadway production of the Ziegfeld Follies in 1931. She then moved to Hollywood, where she found employment with Fox Films.
Her first film was Hello Sister, filmed in 1933, but it was not a success due to the lack of promotion, and it wasn't until her second film, Handle with Care, that she was widely recognized. Mallory was well regarded for her striking looks. She was photographed by such photographers as George Hurrell and was even painted by the pinup artist Rolf Armstrong. Mallory died in 1958 in Santa Monica, California from chronic throat disease at the age of 45. Cletus Elwood Boots Poffenberger was an MLB pitcher for the Detroit Tigers from 1937 to 1939 and then went on to the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1939. In May, he was suspended by the Dodgers and fined $400 for breaking training rules.
Believed he was using steroids at the moment. He joined the U.S. Marines and served in the South Pacific during World War II. His photograph was actually used on Marine recruiting posters to recruit people.
Poffenberger died in Williamsport, Maryland in 1999 at age 84.
Charles Frederick Boots Day, former MLB outfielder for 6 seasons from 1969 to 1974.
He was originally signed with the St. Louis Cardinals in 1966, but received a major league trial with the Cardinals in 1969. Close of the season, he was traded to the Chicago Cubs.
He played for the Cardinals, Cubs, and then the Dodgers.
Later became a scout, minor league manager, and instructor in the Detroit system. He also scouted for the Kansas City Royals.
Boots Randolph was an American musician best known for his 1963 saxophone hit Yakety Sax. He was a major part of the Nashville sound for most of his professional career.
Boots Anson Roa. Born January 30th, 1945, Boots Anson Roa was eldest daughter of the late matinee idol Oscar Moreno, which was fondly called Robert Taylor of the Philippines. She graduated from the University of the Philippines with a degree in mass communication. Roa began acting in 1968 and was known for being an award-winning Filipino actress, columnist, editor, and lecturer.
She starred in several films and was given several Lifetime Achievement Awards by Famous and Star Awards for all her contributions to the media industry. She was also a former chairperson of the International Broadcasting and hosted a radio station titled Boots Talk.
Boots is a character on the cartoon Dora the Explorer. He is present with the main character, Dora, the tomboyishly 8-year-old girl, as her sidekick. He helps her solve clues and puzzles. Boots' vocabulary is limited but steadily increasing. Dora teaches him Spanish through phrases and songs. Boots is voiced by Harrison Chad, an American actor, as well as Reagan Mizrahi. Gypsy Boots, also known as Boots Bootson, born Robert Bootson, was an American fitness pioneer, actor, and writer. He is credited with laying the foundation for the acceptance by mainstream America of alternative lifestyles such as yoga and health food.
In 1933, he dropped out of high school and left home to wander California with a group of fellow vagabonds. He was founder of the hippie movement in the 1940s. He slept in a cave in trees and bathed in waterfalls with a group of 10 to 15 people.
His health food store, Health Hut, was one of the first of its kind patronized by dozens of Hollywood celebrities in the early 1960s. It had a tiki style to it made with leaves and bamboo. He advocated never eating meat, drinking alcohol, or smoking tobacco.
He was an early believer in the health properties of organic foods. He concocted fruit health drinks referring to them as smoothies, and he was given credence as one of the originators of the drink. Bootson died in 11 days short of his 90th birthday.
Ernest Ivy Thomas Jr., nicknamed Boots, served in the United States Marine Corps as a platoon sergeant in the Company E 2nd Battalion, 28th Marines, 5th Marine Division. He was one of the Marines who raised the first United States flag and flagstaff on top of the Mount Serbaki on Iwo Jima on February 23, 1945. He was awarded the Navy Cross for extraordinary heroism at Mount Serbak on February 21, 1945, and he also received the Purple Heart Medal, Combat Action Ribbon, and Presidential Unit Citation. Boots was killed in action on March 3, 1945 during the Battle of Iwo Jima.